Oh, Aquarius, welcome to your love reading for October 2021. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM and we can certainly set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please spread your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Aquarius, for love for October 2021? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach your higher ground, become closer to universe and closer to divine? Any messages would be greatly appreciated. And we thank you for Aquarius for love. October 2021. What do you see? Or what do they need to know? I was laughing because that card actually came out in the shuffle. The pre-shuffle that I do, I always pre-shuffle the cards in a scramble shuffle, so you don't have to see that because of my this. And the Temperance card actually came out. I reinserted it because it kind of flipped, and I'm like, well, I'd like to shuffle on camera, but I was laughing because it worked its way back out again. So anyways, other things to mention, make sure you click on the link below for what the Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling. And in that spread, I'll have something you do not know about them in addition to if they're interested in somebody else. I am uploading my 2022 Sun Moon readings. Make sure you put your requests in the comments. Yes, I'm seeing them all and I am putting them in queue. While you're waiting, because it's taking a while, check out your 2021 Sun Moon predictions that are in my playlist. See if they rang true for you. And then check me out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, or donate. So we start off with the Temperance card in the upright. Looks like, it's funny because she looks really defiant as she's pouring pouring into this other glass, pouring blood or wine, whatever it is in this other glass. And look at her position. I feel as though, and this is the card of Sagittarius that I mentioned that, I feel as though somebody has challenged you or somebody challenged you prior to October, because this is energies prior to October. And I feel as though you are really trying to hold your crap together and not kind of blow on this person. Somebody's challenged you, somebody has irked you, somebody has told you you can't. You guys hate hearing that you can't. So what you're trying to do is kind of manage these feelings, not lose your temper, not kind of go off on them. I'm feeling trying to maybe compromise with them as best you can, so that there doesn't end up being a situation of some sort. Hold on, let me pull these cards out. Somebody you have a connection with, obviously, because this is a love reading. So this connection or whatever you have with this person, it really is kind of unpredictable. It's up, it's down, it's all around. It's not a real stable kind of thing. I mean, when things are really good with you guys, it's really good. When it's bad, things are really bad. It is on an upswing though. I mean, I feel like they've irritated you, but you know that this is kind of the nature of the relationship, and you all have gone through milestones and things are getting better and better. So this is why I feel like you're tolerant of it, so to speak. So Lover's card in reverse, which is the card of Gemini, is an indicator is you're having an impasse of some sort. Arguing, really strong arguing, I feel. I mean, things are being brought up. I feel like, when you were in arguments with this person or disagreement with this person, it gets really, really difficult. So, I mean, I think sometimes things are kind of thrown out there during these arguments. They can be like, we're breaking up, we're done, I'm over, I've absolutely had it. The only reason why I got into this is because I thought you were cute or whatever. So, I mean, I feel like a lot of these arguments kind of cut deep. But I do feel like you or the other person kind of stays in this or wants to work on it because you don't want to be alone. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it's you. It might be the other person. We all need people. I mean, people that go around and say, I don't need anybody. No, human nature has us needing people. So I do feel as though, somebody has a fear. They don't want to let go because they don't want to be alone. And it does come from fear. They don't want to be lonely. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be without the other person. Okay. And also with the Four of Wands in the upright, I feel this need to restore. Hey, let's go back to what things were. Remember when we were happy? You remember, in the inception of our relationship where we were hanging out with our friends and family. We were talking about our goals and things like that. So there is a need to kind of restore this, but I do feel like they're getting on your last nerve, whoever they are. and you're really, really trying is what I kind of get. In October, it could be a situation where the pattern really doesn't remedy itself too much, because we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So this is an indicator of somebody who just isn't really, they aren't really good at being emotionally mature. They usually, when they don't get their way, they'll throw a fit. It's kind of a bratty energy. I always get that from the Page of Cups, and they don't want to put work into it. So anytime like work is involved in a relationship, they're like, oh, I don't want to do work. I often think that a good quote that comes from the Page of Cups that you'll hear a lot from relationships is, if it's this hard, then it wasn't meant to be, or it shouldn't be this hard. Like they have this emotional maturity where they think like, if you're in a relationship, everything is seamless and you know, just everything is great. That's not how it is. Everything's great in the beginning, and then the work comes in, and how much you want to put into the work is really going to define the relationship. So I'm kind of getting that they're kind of being like this in October. With the Moon card in reverse, which is the card of Pisces, you're kind of seeing this clear as day. You're saying to yourself, okay, well, this person is not going to change. Now I kind of see that this is how this is going to be, and I'm seeing how this person's being negative in this relationship. So you know, the fact that they're not going to change, the negativity is kind of affecting you, and you see it really clearly, is, I feel like, and how it's impacting you is going to bring around decisions on your part, or a decision on your part. But the Page of Swords upright indicates to me that you're just kind of watching this person. I feel as though did that one turn? Yes. Oh, okay. So things you probably do end up making a decision. I feel as though there's going to be, well, first of all, you do watch this person. So, you know, from a distance with the Page of Swords in the upright, you're kind of wondering, you know, are they going to turn their act around? Is what they're saying really true? So you're gathering granules of what you believe to be truth, observing their actions, how they're behaving within the relationship, what their intent is, and staying very guarded. So not kind of believing in anything like right off the bat. It's kind of like, you know, action oriented, you know, don't just talk, show me. Is what I'm getting. But the Tower card indicates there's some sort of catalyst that this ends up blowing up, and maybe it had to. And the Tower card isn't always, I mean, it is the end. But it's rebuilding after the end. So if something did happen for this to kind of fall apart, it was because it was meant to change in some regard. If the change was for the two of you to go in two separate directions, then fine. If the change was, hey, let's start from the bottom up and build this the right way, then that's how it has to be. But there is a catalyst here that makes the tower fall, and is going to change is going to be the only option, and rebuilding is going to be the only option, which is interesting enough because the Fool card, as you move out of October and November, can go one of both ways, depending on what your story is and depending on the clarifiers I'm going to be pulling. But the Fool card can be an entirely new beginning. So one party, my vote is for you, decides, I don't want this anymore. I want something entirely different. I want a new journey. I'm going to move on from this. I'm going to step out singly as a single person. I'm going to see what's out there for me. Start, take some of the risks I need to, not be fearful and what have you. But this can also be a card of wanting to have a new journey within your relationship and kind of casting aside fears and saying, is this important for us? Do we want to work on this? Should we have a new journey and just start from scratch? So it's really going to depend on your story. Let's see what the clarifiers have to say. Why is the Fool card here in the upright for Aquariuses as they move forward? Who's this person? What's this energy? It's interesting because I feel like my daughter's kind of going through this, but on a friendship level. Maybe she is. I don't know. I tell her, and then she looks at me like I have two heads. Okay. Let me pull this card too. Bear with me. I'm getting used to a different type of. Okay. So I mean, it does look like, from what I'm seeing from the clarifiers, the predominance is that you decide to kind of have a fresh start with this relationship. Like you say to yourself, we're not going to do this anymore. I'm done with this. So we need to do things in a different way. And I do see that you're very paranoid. I don't feel like you're trusting this person as you move out of October to November. You're kind of looking over your shoulder. You're expecting them to mess up. okay? Because I feel like they might be on board. They might say, okay, yeah, let's start over, but I don't feel like you're necessarily trusting that. And I think you're real hesitant to trust them in regards to that. So you're just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like I said, waiting for them to kind of mess it up. Seven of Pentacles, you're deciding if you should invest in this. You're kind of looking, and I feel like you're hanging out in this because you really have invested a lot already. So you're like, well, why throw it all away? Why bother doing that? We put in this much, we've come this far, so we might as well like see if this is going to work. We've tried everything else. Looks like you are going to have the patience for a certain degree of time, you know, to kind of do this. And the reason why is because of this Page of Wands. Again, this is like the reset button, you know. The two of you are inspired about things changing within the relationship and being positive, and you know, it's, you know, staying really, you know, inserting a new kind of energy, a loving energy into the relationship. So I mean, it seems like it's off to a good start in regards to a do-over. What you guys are going to do with it after that is going to be entirely up to you. So that's what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM. We can certainly set that up. Check out my put up your request for your 2022 sun moon readings in the comments. Check out your 2021 sun moon predictions that are still in my playlist. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, or donate. I will see you in the Vimeo. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.